The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. The Mad Marv Trap Comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah.
All right, welcome to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We're back for another exciting episode. Today's topic, we're going to be talking about people that have relationships and they have kids, whether they're married or they're just in a relationship, and then they split up and then, they have the kids. So sometimes one or the other, the male or the female, will tend to use the child or the children as leverage. Playing kid games, most people in the hood call it baby mama drama or baby daddy drama or whatever, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss that to see different angles of it, and let's see what the kids feel about it, how it affects the children, how it affects the parent that's being leveraged upon by the child. And then we're going to even talk about the deadbeat people who wish that would happen to them so they could just get out of the mix. You dig what I'm saying? So that's what we're going to be talking about on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. First up top, we're going to make sure that you subscribe to the MorrisMediaLive.com, subscribe to my YouTube channel, which is Mad Marv Comedy Lounge, and share this video and press the like buttons and leave your comments below. Anybody want to chime in on this? Maybe some angry baby mamas, baby daddies, baby mamas, or whatever. Do we have any granddaddy, baby daddy mamas? How far did this shit go? We're going to find out. If
it's eternal, man.
323-293-3375 is the number to call in. Now we're going to start this off like we usually do at this time. Packard, how was your week?
Oh, my week was wonderful. Feeling good, man. Just hiking, just doing my thing. It's starting to be easier now. Not out of breath all the time and things like that.
How many steps can you go up without falling the fuck out?
How many steps?
Yeah, like a stair step, like.
I don't know. I haven't counted how many steps I can do.
Okay.
I go walk. I go do a couple miles.
Okay.
Just walking.
So you start with porches, and then you're gonna work your way up to like real staircases, right?
Yeah.
But that's good. It's baby steps. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you finally met the height requirement at Magic Mountain, and now you can get on the big rides.
No, I go to Legoland now. I fuck with Legoland. That shit is the best. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Now, next question for you is: will you change your cup according to the weight you lose?
No.
You gonna keep that?
I need all the water I can get.
You still keep telling us it's water in that motherfucker, and everybody out there knows it's fucking milkshake in there. Now, Farouk, how was your week?
It was pretty good, man.
What did you do?
Man, just work, take care of a few
That's it? You didn't do nothing else?
I try to get my son ready to go back to school. But
I heard you found a new delicious fruit.
Yeah.
What kind of fruit was that?
It's
pomegranate?
No, it's called a sunburst kiwi.
That sounds good.
It's gold. It's not green like a regular kiwi. Mm-hmm. It's bigger than a regular kiwi.
What's so different about this kiwi?
It's a lot sweeter and it's a lot more fucking delicious.
Is it more expensive?
No.
Oh, so it can still fit in your pocket?
Yeah.
Where you get it from?
It's just a little bigger. Albertsons got them on sale right now.
Sunburst kiwi. I gotta.
Now that's cool.
They gold. They yellow kiwis, but they real sweet. They ain't got all that hairy, fuzzy shit on there, so you can actually bite the motherfucker like a plum.
Oh, for real?
I'm gonna call them Starburst.
That's what you're gonna call them? Okay, cool. I'm gonna call them free because as long as they pocket size, I can fuck with them.
They're wonderful.
That's the only reason I don't fuck with watermelons because I can't.
Now they might be heavily guarded because they are gold.
Oh, okay, cool.
In color, so
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you guys out there, if you're on a budget or as Marv always says, a consumer jihad. As long as it fit in your pocket, you're cool. That's why I don't eat watermelons, like I said earlier. They don't make pockets big enough. So what we're going to do, we're going to get right on into this. Now, like I said, the topic of today, we're going to talk about relationships and the leverage being used against these children in relationships. Do you have any experience with this subject? Do you have any friends, any personal experiences, Packard, that has led you to experience any baby mama drama and where they used the woman, or maybe you even, as a man, used the kid as leverage?
Well, being the man, and that's normally on the woman's side. They have the leverage when it comes to the baby. Mm-hmm. when I was younger, yeah, I went through a bit of that, you know.
What kind of situations? Like, what would she do to use the kid as leverage?
Basically, if you wasn't dropping off no dick, yeah, you can't see the kid.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
What about
How could you
money?
drop off dick? I like the way he put that.
I'll be back around 7 to pick up the
Yeah, I'll
Johnson.
be back there to pick my dick back up. He dropping off.
Drop it off. So she had custody of your kid and your Johnson.
Hey, well, she thought she was because we were broken up.
How did she think she was if he was dropping it off and coming to pick it up willingly?
Because I wasn't doing it. She was anticipating that it was going to keep going on. Because, you know, most dudes out there, they stick with the baby mama. Even if they're not with her, they still, well, I can get it when I want to get it. When I'm done with you, I'm done with you.
So you would say that's kind of
I don't
like,
repeat the mistake I made.
So you saying that was kind of like a even kind of trade? You was like, well, I ain't got to be there every day, but I just come over here and be a weekend gigolo and weekend daddy?
No, the thing was, I wanted my baby. Well, let me be honest with you. In the beginning, I was nervous. I was like, you know, shied away from it. I was like 17. I was like, and she came and dropped the baby off with me and was like, no, you're gonna watch your kid, and it was my kid, so I was in love with my kid already. So and that wasn't a problem. Then once she seen that it wasn't a problem, then it's like, wait a minute, he's not giving any resistance.
He likes that.
Exactly. So I'm not dropping the baby off. And then it was always an argument. And I was one, I never wanted to see my see me argue with her mama constantly. So I had to find ways to get around that.
Circumventilate the bullshit.
Exactly. And then what I found out was if she wasn't going to get none, then it was going to be harder for me.
So do you think basically it's some kind of control, desire or obsession that these women have, and somewhere along the line they've learned that if they possess your seed, they can control the tree?
That's the court set it up like that too, though. Basically,
I would have to disagree with you.
Yeah,
how would you?
think the
What
courts
would you
do
have to
that.
say about that, Farouk?
Well, what I noticed is, first of all, like he said, he was 17. So I think that a lot of young women are coached or briefed on how to exploit the immaturity of a male mind. Because mostly when they come to kids, man, what I've learned, because I've been through a lot of experiences as well as like that, but what I learned is that when I matured as a man and I handled things as a parent and as a father without, briefing her and coincide with her, then I had less resistance about my kids like me. I went and got custody of my children. But like I said, just on the thing, because I was like 18 when I first had my first kid.
Right.
And she wanted to get an abortion. I said, if it's mine, I'm not killing a part of mine. So I was already responsible in resuming the responsibility. But that still didn't have anything to do with my lack of understanding and my lack of maturity of women in general. So I have to really honestly thank my oldest daughter, Mama, for sending me through her fast track training course on this is what you shouldn't be fucking with.
Right.
I thank her for that.
Now, this is one thing I wanted to say about you saying the courts are set up like that. Now, being a young man, you're 17, you're in Los Angeles. So let's just paint this picture.
Okay.
You're a young man. This was the 90s.
Yeah.
Boys in Hood just came out. And I know you look...
Menace to Society.
Well, you look a lot like Doughboy. So what we're saying, Now, you didn't want to deal with them...
So you were the one that said, is that a dead body?
No, I was the one that was like this. Ricky, no! No, I'm upset. But let's just paint this picture. Doughboy's out here.
Okay.
You get the skeezer, if we will.
Right.
Locked up. You dig what I'm saying? Now, you don't want to go to the court system because the hearsay, the chatter out, or shall I say the word on the street, is that, they cater to the woman. And plus, you probably had warrants. Did you have warrants at that time?
Everybody had... When we were young,
you?
it was cool to have warrants. Yeah, of course.
No, I'm asking you, did you
Warrants
have...
come from irresponsibility.
Exactly,
Right.
but it was cool to have warrants
So
because
your ass-
when the police look at you, you want to be like, oh,
Hold
man,
on,
I'm going
hold
to jail if they pull us over.
So your young ass at that age, you didn't want to be nowhere near court, period. So that way, you allowed yourself to be in that position. Now, what Farouk is saying, when you deal with the court, he said he went down and got custody of his own child.
Right.
See, if you go down there, you know, the
Family court has nothing to do with civil court or criminal court.
They don't really cater. They
don't even care about your goddamn warrant.
We want you niggas to just take care of your shit so I can go home early as a judge. You know what I'm saying? Period. So you handle your business. Then you take that power away from that person or the baby mama to eliminate the drama. Not try to do what she gonna tell me to do or whatever. You're gonna do what these goddamn papers say, what the court ordered to do.
Right.
And then that eliminates all the, as we say, rigmarole or the bullshit.
And it's not really power, man. It's a bunch of bullshit that eventually would affect your child more than it does you. So my thing is, like me, what I've learned is to be more responsible of the women that I deal with. So
you saying your choices?
That's the key right there.
Yeah, having a kid is a beautiful thing. Now, when you just want to have fun and willy-nilly your dick off to, anybody, I mean, anything could happen. The kid could come out retarded with 4 arms because you didn't check the family history. So what I would advise
mental issues.
Yeah, all of that. So what I would advise a lot of young brothers to do, man, is like if you like a girl, that's cool, but go home, and if her mama's fat than the motherfucker and she got 4 kids by 9 different baby daddies, man, you might want to back up off of that.
Because, see, the apple don't fall far from the tree. Now, I've ran into some situations.
And a peach ain't a pear.
But
the best advice to give him is just because she fine, don't make it.
Like I say, go see her mama. She might be fine now.
Yeah.
But after 4 kids and 5 years later, she gonna look like her mama. So when you look at her mama like, no, I don't think that's gonna be my future.
So what you saying, Farouk, the chances of her going from a regular furry-ass kiwi to a golden starburst kiwi is slim to none.
Thank you.
Okay, so what I'm just trying to say is...
That was a good analogy.
Goddamn
I like
right.
that.
No starburster?
Shit.
Hey, well, the different nationalities, like them girls from the Middle East, they look like princesses when they real young, but they turn to men.
They got a Middle East
when they hit 30.
Are you talking about the Middle East side, like past Avalon?
Persian women.
Okay. Hey, ooh.
Arab women are different. Arab women are like sisters, so that's a little bit different right there. But the thing is this,
get
man.
The big warts on the side of their nose.
In America. In America,
so you go to 7-Eleven too much.
And they sound like that when they
in America, women have like a lot of rights, which to me is a beautiful thing. And I think a lot of women who don't like how America is, I'm speaking in regards to these hardcore feminist people.
Right.
I would challenge them to go to any country of their choice and live there, and they'll recognize that here, no matter what people say, we respect and honor women more as a whole in the country now. I mean, some women might get out of line and get slapped like a motherfucker, but that got something to do with the type of person or man she chooses to align herself with, vice versa with the man.
They like the bad boy.
Now,
I mean...
I'm going to tell you this.
But see, the problem is this, though. 1 minute more.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, man, we talking about getting caught up with the fun girl and having a kid. We knew we didn't want to marry her or nothing like that. Versus the woman that you have the ideal in your mind you envision to marry.
Right.
2 different polarities. Women want to marry the fun guy, which is a fucked up situation. Because after the fun come bills and kids and shit like that.
He's still having fun.
Exactly.
And you're not fun anymore, so he's out of there.
Right.
And they wonder why he on the couch.
Now look.
Why he don't do nothing. He was fun.
He's a fun guy, but he still don't want to marry a fun
Plus,
girl.
if you guys notice, if you've ever been sleeping on the couch, it's close to the front door. You go in and out quietly. But what I'm saying is this. Now,
certain
people couch is close to the bathroom door.
I don't know who they are, but always keep your couch close to the front door. But Mike Tyson, when he was a bad guy, he was knocking people out and everything. A lot of the girls he dated, they wanted to be with Mike Tyson because he was a quote-unquote quintessential poster boy for the bad guy.
Yeah.
And he did an interview one time, and he was telling people that,
it wasn't the money?
Huh?
It wasn't the money?
I'm quite sure it had something to do with it, but these were beautiful women. They had a whole bunch of guys.
Robin Givens.
And it was wealthy.
Well, you could tell by her name.
Yeah, you could say one of her.
Yeah, her name was Robin Givens, like he said.
On his level, that was just as bad as a choice as me and you at 17. Yeah. You got to realize Mike Tyson was 18, the heavyweight champion
of the world.
So the thing is, you have these succubus, look the word up, Okay, these succubus.
Parasite.
Yeah, women. But no, it's deeper than that.
But that's what I'm saying. He should have knew by the name. Her name was Robin Givens. You didn't know if she was Robin or Given. And the thing is, he found out very much later. And he would tell you on these interviews, and I'm not making this shit up, he would tell you how he would approach these women. You know, he wouldn't approach them as a nice guy. He would look at them directly and say, "I'm like a tiger. I'm gonna
ravish you.
I'm gonna ravish you. I'm gonna come with you with ferocious power. I'm gonna try to devour you. Every time you say yes, I'm gonna take it as no, and if you take it no, I'm gonna take it as a yes, and I'm just gonna power you, overwhelm you. You know what I'm saying? And they like that. They like that about Mike. You dig what I'm saying? So you have to understand the nature of the beast you're messing with. Would you agree?
I agree. And another point adding to that is if you realize, man, all of these situations come from a gullible man who's not, should I say, an underdeveloped mind, meaning that he's immature. See, your lack of maturity opens up gates to manipulative women. And I'm not saying all women are like that because certain women help you to mature. Like my baby mama. I didn't like the process. I still think she
But you actually learned something from the
yeah, so I have to
mistakes.
give credence what it is. I still don't like her, but I have to tell her that, you know, thank you if you're watching this for helping me mature. Because, see, when I matured, my whole approach with dealing with women, period, was different.
Right.
You know, see, we just want to have fun and it feel good and that's it. We don't care if you got a job or not. We don't care if you got big-ass moles on your nose or not. We just happy to get some goddamn pussy.
What Farouk was saying, you know, because this is a very important point that he brings up several times, but we never really explored on Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. It's when he talks about you have to be very conscious and aware of your choices.
Yeah.
Because, and I think with a lot of men, we kind of know from jump what kind of woman we dealing with. Like if we meet a girl at the strip club.
You talking about an older version of Marv,
you know,
or a younger version of Marv?
I'm not just talking about any version of Marv or Marv. I'm talking about us as general and men.
General.
You go to a strip club, you meet the girl. She seems like a nice, because she's a stripper with glasses on or something like that. She got a nice.
So she look innocent.
She got a nice, pretty name. Her name is Lexus. But
she's a stripper.
Yeah, her name is Lexus, but yet she has a bus pass. You understand? So you can see the dichotomy, the fraudulence there already. So you already know. And she's not the bartender, so she doesn't even have the mixing skills. She's a stripper. You dig what I'm saying? So her education might be limited and low. So in your mind, you're painting a picture, and maybe I can wife her. In her mind,
because you feeding into that fantasized bullshit.
This guy's got enough dubs to pay my rent.
She's dancing for you and dancing for you and probably 60 other men.
Right.
But while she's dancing, you block them out and it's just you
romancing.
And her. Tunnel vision.
She dancing, you romancing.
Yeah. She's doing this for me. She's looking at
So
me.
wait a minute. So you're talking about so the girls we went to school with, it was okay for them to date the older guy because he had stuff going on for him?
We talking about strippers. What are you talking about?
I'm talking because the analogy that you gave is like...
We're talking about your choice.
It's a choice. So when we got dogged out by the girl that we were in love with...
You dated girls in high school?
Huh?
You dated girls in high school?
Yeah.
Damn. I didn't have a girlfriend in high school. We're going to be back after these messages. I'm going to go cry my heart out, and we'll be right back on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. You had a girlfriend for real in high school?
Yeah.
Jesus. I had a best friend. Well, it was more like a action figure. But we'll be right back. Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. All right, now we're back on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. Now,
You okay now, Marv?
Huh?
You okay now?
Yeah, I had a moment.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't want, if we have any female listeners out there, I don't want you guys to think this is one of these shows where we just put everything on a woman, because we try to keep it really real here, and a lot of times men, they don't want to hear this, but you know, men have to take responsibilities for their own actions and their own piss poor judgment, their own piss poor work ethics. For example, we're talking about when a man is in high school, when you're in high school and you want to go out for the cheerleader or whatever. Her grades are tight, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you fail in every damn class. You dig what I'm saying? Because you're not applying yourself. And then next thing you know, she's off to college and your ass is on the block selling rocks. Now, were you one of the people, or one of the type of guys, Packett or Farouk, who took responsibility? What kind of grades did you have in high school? Since you had all the big dates and shit. Girlfriends and shit.
Well, my grades had to stay up. I played ball until I ran into my homeboys who I was having more fun doing extracurricular activities, and that's when I fell off.
So the girlfriends that you did have in high school, were their grades better than yours?
Yeah, valedictorian, that type of deal.
And your shit was like what?
Well, no. Like I said, in high school, I didn't fall off until like the 11th grade.
So you did what you could to stay on the team and shit.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
You have to have good grades to be on the team.
Yeah. What about you, Farouk?
I basically said fuck school to hit the streets and get me some money. But when I went to school, I was basically like a straight A student because I read books and I was pretty much intelligent. But as far as females is concerned, man, it's the thing that these smart girls was attracted to us, not that we was attracted to them necessarily being smart. Cause
did you have any friends or partners who had these girls who had better grades than them and they was just damn fuck ups?
All girls have better grades than everybody.
I have a question. What age do you think that you really matured?
Matured?
You?
I haven't reached that point yet. I'm forever young. I told you I'm Benjamin Button.
But I mean, matured enough to know, like what Farouk was talking about.
Like to choose what kind
exactly.
of. I never really chose.
That official age,
I'm gonna be honest with you,
in most cases, is 32 to 35.
But look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna ask you a question. With me personally,
now you got a lot of youngsters that are mature. Yeah, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, but I just want to answer this question.
Youngsters.
Yeah, I want to answer this question. What was your question again? No, I never was one to sit up there and choose. I always liked the women that like me. You dig what I'm saying? That's just right. that was me. So that way it made it easier for me not to choose. So if you like Merv, hey, if you like it, I love it. But that was just me.
Most women didn't say something. So was it a look they gave you to let you know?
No, if you got in the car with Merv, that was it.
Because me in school, I had to like you. I'm going after you.
In school, it's different. I was the man in school. I sold the lunch tickets. Some women would try to go and give me a lunch ticket. And don't sneeze, don't cough, just break mine off. You know what I'm saying? That might have turned a lot of ladies off. But look here, I got to have it like Jack Rabbit.
Yeah, what Marv is talking about, like choices versus selection.
Right.
Meaning that you can have a lot of people that choose to deal with you, but out of them, which one do you select? Is it different? So like me, my whole thing is, my learn in my time of maturity that first of all, if this woman has an absence of a father and don't have a good relationship with her father, who are you?
Right.
And being mentally mature is the same thing. If a woman is not faithful to God, who are you to be faithful to? So a lot of immature men, or males or boys, they rely on their ego and, they pride, but really that's a sign of immaturity too, because really in all actuality, these are the things that the women are taking advantage of.
That's
you can't fault them.
That's a very important and a very strong point, because I noticed that women that I did date when I was younger, when I went to meet their parents and everything, daddies wasn't around. You know what I'm saying? Their mothers was around, so which gave me free reign in the house. I think I was living with somebody in their house for 2 months. I don't think the mama even knew I was there. I was eating dinner there, cooking shit on their stove and shit. She didn't even know I was there. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
On everything, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. I thought that was the way it go.
So you were that small. You were just
like a mouse, like a house mouse, like a house.
In the cracks.
Hey, look, like a house mouse. Didn't even know. Sometimes the girl didn't even know I was there. But I'm just saying. But
Mama thought he was a dog, one of them garbage pail dogs.
Because when she come home, I used to
them garbage pail dogs.
Exactly. I'm going to ask you the same question.
When she leave, when she go to bed,
what age were you when you think that you basically took control of yourself?
Like I said, man, to me, I had a long talk with myself at 27.
What did you say to yourself?
But
wow.
I'm just telling you, like, for me, I was immature, but I wanted to take mature steps. Like, for instance, I was a child having a kid, but I didn't back away from my responsibilities. Mm-hmm. Even though I didn't know what the fuck I had to do,
right.
But I was willing to learn and go through that process.
Right.
A lot of people totally run from that at 40. But what I'm saying is, I had a talk with myself at 27. I just got fired. By that time, I had 4 kids.
Right.
And I was like, damn, what the fuck I'm going to do to take care of my kids? And a little voice answered me and told me that all to this point in your life, it's been about you, but your life ain't about you. It's about your kids. So you just got to make the adjustment to think about them and quit thinking about you. But at the age of 32, I had everything straight, man, because, at 32, I was not just a father, of 5 children at this time, but I was a single father, and 4 of my kids was living in the house with just me for 2 years. So I had to rely on my upbringing, my family support system, and also just mere instincts on what I had to do to provide for my family.
Now, I don't want to forget about this, because this brings me to something, because this is something that I've noticed also in relationships, how a woman will become jealous of the relationship that the daughter has with the father.
Bingo.
I couldn't really conceptualize this, because, like,
she never had that relationship with her father.
I didn't. That's a good point. But I have a son, and like when my son does something, I'll be like, "That's my boy." You know what I'm saying? I'll be proud of him. You know what I'm saying? But what I've noticed is a lot of women, I can see them in Albertsons, Ralph's, or Food for Less, or even Dollar Tree, or even walking down the street. They'll start dressing like the teenager, trying to wear the same thing that they're wearing.
And let the teenager do what she want to do,
right.
So she be her friend instead of her mama.
Trying to be more of the friend.
They're competing for attention of men, and they also trying to vicariously live their life through their daughter.
Now, to me, that's kind of insane. It's like, how can you be jealous of your own daughter? You know what I'm saying? You should be more proud of her.
Because she used to get those looks. Because a woman knows the same looks that man giving their daughter, and she jealous that she's not getting those looks like she used to get.
Yeah, and I want to, and this goes out to all these women out here. Stay your ass out of Starbucks. Take your ass to a gym, because even though you might take 35, 45 minutes to try to squeeze all that ass in some tight jeans. Just because you got in them, don't mean you should be in them.
Yeah, but to me, man, I don't really think it's about your physical appeal to a man more so than your qualities, because, for instance...
But what about that competition between...
Here's a competition. This is how you kill all of this. Why don't you try treating men better? Like, for instance, most of those same women would treat their son like they should, cater to their man, and they want to try to police their man like they their son.
Wow.
So
That's it right there.
It's a sick ideology, but on the same flip side of that, like I say, you have to hold yourself accountable because some women treat like you've been irresponsible. You've been a person of your word. So you have a right to treat you that way because even if they wanted to treat you that way, they don't always do that.
And that's time you look at it from you can't, like they said, teach your old tricks. You know what I'm saying? And person,
you can show an old hoe a new tuck them on.
And you can say, okay, well I'm here for the lesson or day because really is they ain't give a fuck about all they care. I present problem mother dog stupid. Hit him over if he died, if he live to live.
Man, because all of that, the kids suffer, and this is what's side. You know, kids have got no structure. They have no respect for older people. If they respect, not all people that have should be respected. But if they respect outside of that institution, they have no one else.
This is
fucking acting childish.
Yeah, so
that's what people act like when they get into any dispute in a relationship. They act like two fucking kids.
Yeah, and then they neglect the real kid. Now, this is how deep this shit goes. Because in the urban community, you know, when two parents neglect the kid, there's all kind of things out there for them. They could go to jail, they get in the gangs and everything.
Prostitution.
Now, I just saw this in the news. I just saw this in the news. It was a guy named Jeffrey Epstein. Now, he had several islands.
Oh my goodness! Not pedophile island.
Billionaire serial pedophile.
Man, he was like the Hugh Hefner of pedophilia.
Friends of a lot of powerful people that we know and participated in a lot of weird acts.
And the mixed direction, hold up, the mixed direction got you like this. They got you over here focusing on R. Kelly, right? While this motherfucker got 3 damn islands full of children. Like he made Disneyland look like nothing, like a park. You dig what I'm saying?
He had sex slaves that was children, and he trafficked them for a lot of high-ranking officials. You know, Middle East.
What were some of the names they mentioned that was connected with this?
Bill Clinton has visited his island quite a few times.
You think he just went there to just holler at him like the
him
balls
and
of sugar?
Hillary Clinton, they all was implemented in child trafficking global sex ring.
Do you think it's possible for them to just went to the island and was like, hey, there's a lot of children around here, but hey, let's talk about the new policy issues and where's your vote going to be next week? Is that a naked boy? Hey, but anyway.
Yeah. And see, the coolest thing about what Marv is saying is you can be associated with someone and
you know the company you keep.
You never know what this person is into.
But as an adult, we know the company we keep. We'll say, we ain't going to hang around with Jerome because Jerome got a whole bunch of crackheads in his house. You know what I'm saying?
What Farouk is saying, I can see that, but for official, their liaisons have to go in to see where they're going and what's it about before they get there.
Thank you.
So they know what's going on.
Because you got to realize, man, all these people really got is a public image. Nothing else, nothing more. So
right.
People have to do what it takes to protect their public image. And in that, you hobnobbing with the so-called rich.
Hobnobbing? Is that the correct term? Because we talking about
I call it hobnobbing.
You don't want to use that knob.
Well, social intercourse.
Hobbits is little.
When you fraternizing with certain people, you know.
Right, okay.
Some people do it for network. Now, if you billionaires, you can be in a party full of billionaires. That don't mean that you in the sick shit they into. You might be in, some other sick type of shit, but that don't mean
you there. Wait a minute, you there. You got about 1,000 little ass kids walking around, bathing suits and shit.
No, but that's not how they operate.
And then look, you try to mingle with somebody else. Like, hey man, I heard the nachos here is delicious.
Okay, thank you.
I just came for the nachos.
So here you have it. You say nachos, right? Are you talking about the nachos or are you talking about the nachos? See, every goddamn thing is pretty much choreographed, man. It's not like it ain't like you can.
He had code names. Like if you order some pizza, that didn't really mean like, hey, where's the pepperoni? I've been waiting for 40 minutes. He said, no, you ordered pizza. That was pizza.
When you order pizza, what you really order is a big butt Italian boy.
Right.
See, I can see that for some of the islands.
With everything on him.
Each island probably, I won't say probably, but if you go to Magic Mountain, you're going there to ride the ride.
Right, you know what you're going for.
If you're going to the water park, you're going to the water park to get on the water ride.
And if you're going to Camp Snoopy,
exactly, you're
like
going to
he would have went. Right. He going to Camp Snoopy because he want to go where the fucking kids is at.
Right. Well, see, this is why this man came up missing because of all the people implicated.
Oh, you talking about
Yeah, he died.
No. They say he died.
Yeah, I think he was murdered.
Listen, see.
Okay,
listen to what happened. Yeah. The warden
And we're talking about Jeffrey Epstein.
Exactly. The warden right now has been put on leave. Mm-hmm. Why is the warden put on leave and not the officer that made the mistake that since he's on suicide watch, why they not watching him?
So
it's something more going on.
Yeah, but see,
they have a body, but it's prison. It's a lot of people dying.
They're under investigation. They're in a strict investigation.
You think
right
he got
now
Shawshanked?
Well, there's
a lot of money.
There's a lot of speculation on what can happen, but they said they're going to get to the bottom of it. But see, this is how things take weird turns and certain cases go cold.
Right.
This man right here had a list of high-ranking officials from our government. You know,
whose name you think was on that list? I'm just saying.
Well, I could tell you Obama, Hillary Clinton, and Bill, to name just a few. They were on the list based upon the information
that I know. You think Obama's name was on that motherfucker?
Yes, it was, okay? But the problem is they are not
just them people right now that's ranking officials.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is they have high-ranking officials, past and present, that was on this list. So the thing is, what they're trying to find out is how were they aligned and what part that they play on what this man has been convicted for.
So where would I'm gonna say this, and I don't know if anybody asked this question. All the little children that was on this island, where the hell was their daddies and mamas?
Most of these kids, Marv, were from war-torn third world countries and was basically fending for themselves. You know, they had kids from India. One of the assistants of Hillary Clinton personally was caught when that big national disaster happened in Haiti.
Right.
She was personally caught with 30 children that she was trying to get out of the country of Haiti. So what I'm saying
that's
is...
Good Samaritan work. Trying to
they use that as a blanket, Marv,
thank you,
to get those kids to other places.
So those kids don't actually get placed in better homes. They go to the island.
Some do. The way that not knowing the inner workings, but knowing the way the underworld works. If you take 50 children to homes, only 20, 25 of them make it there.
Or a percentage.
Exactly. And the other ones are lost in transit.
So and that's
a lot of these kids, man, from these war-torn places, you know, we can all say a little prayer for them. But sad to say, going deeper, what these people are really into, man, these people have used them as sex slave. They killed them in sick-ass rituals. I mean, it's so much deplorable shit when you open up this can of worms and start digging in this, man, that they have to sift through this shit really methodically to get point A to point B, to go over it and not miss anything, because it's just a wide array of some demented shit.
Now, that's why this man came up missing, because he was going to point the fingers at people.
Okay, now that being said, we've seen the both sides of the spectrum. We've seen what happens with kids that are totally neglected from third world countries. And then you have these kids that really have we're not in a third world country right here. You have your own children. Some people in California.
We're not?
I'm just saying.
No, we're not a third world country. You just have people here that live under those.
We have the same immigrant kids in camps.
This is what I'm saying. Let me say what I'm saying first. I'm saying the children that we have.
That's because they're illegal. They shouldn't be here.
This is what I'm saying. The children that we have in our own homes.
Yeah, but they're still using those kids for the same thing.
This is what I'm saying.
They bringing them over here for the same thing.
Now, wait a minute. Yeah. That's a discussion for something else. Let me just finish this.
All right.
The children that we have in our own homes should not be neglected, period, at all. So have more respect for the children you got in your own home, because things could be a lot worse. So it should be no reason for people playing these leveraged baby mama drama games, baby daddy games, and all this stuff with these kids that we have, when we could give them the love and keep them away from growing up to be something way worse than what these kids have no choice of.
Are these basically kids that went out and killed all these people at these events? I mean,
because they was angry.
I mean, but you got to think about the neglect that they went to, and nobody dealt with their issues and helped them to overcome them. So that's just their expression for attention also.
Because a lot of times kids go home, they try to talk to their parents and everything. They be on the damn cell phone all the time. They won't
I'm tired.
I'm tired. I'm on the cell phone.
Go read a book.
And you would think
Go
maybe,
watch TV.
maybe they doing something serious.
Get on Netflix.
These motherfuckers candy crushing, playing a jackpot with no money or something like that.
Candy Crush.
Candy.
See, and then child abandonment runs rapid in America because we live in an industrial country to where it's all hustle and bustle. And see, we think abandonment is like, okay, she had a baby and just left the baby in a trash can.
Now you got social media abandonment. It's all kind of ways
that's
to
not
kids.
true. Child abandonment can be you been in the house with your kids, you provide them
Ignoring the
meals,
shit out of them.
you feed them, but
Not talk
at the
to
end
them.
of the day, thank you don't have conversations with them, you don't read with them.
Not feed them.
And when they come in the
YouTube
room,
is they
hey,
daddy and
I'm
mama.
tired. Or either you on the motherfucking video games with your immature dumb ass.
I seen
Instead of
adults.
spending time with your son and daughter, you're playing the fucking PlayStation with a room full of other immature
what I
ass
saw.
men
Watch
just
this.
talking bad about their baby mamas
Farouk.
because they not shit.
Farouk Packett, I saw this where a parent had an Instagram page. It was about 65 years old. Had twerk team videos, taking the most hideous selfies.
See, that's
You
the
would ever
type of
wanna-
shit I'm
Twerk
talking
team
about.
She had twerk team videos with the diaper that it was the Depends. I think it was the Depends.
Oh, I like that. That's kind of sexy. Where can I go to that at?
You go to Instagram.
Did she put her teeth on the?
Why are you looking at
on
him
the
like
dresser?
that? Did he look at you like that when you went to your party and had stuff running down your
You're
pants?
right. I
But now
think-
you want to look at him because he wants to
I
look.
stick
I like older, mature women.
with the diapers and shit.
Yeah, I think it's sexy.
Okay, well, I mean, hey brother, to each his own,
Hey.
I think it's sexy.
Okay, well, I'm
I
just
can
saying.
really call her my baby. You need that diaper change, baby.
Hey, well,
Put that talcum powder on there.
Okay, I'm not gonna judge, but I'm saying, maybe she's a little too mature for Instagram. Maybe I don't
No
know.
such thing.
Everybody can take a picture, Marv.
Everybody, I don't think everybody need to be twerking though. I mean that's just
No, I agree with you.
I don't
like
think
that,
people should
man.
get knocked out at a party and don't know what happened and just be happy the next day.
But they said-
because they butt was leaking.
They said I had a good time, but what I'm saying is,
Now you see that?
That's my story, I'm sticking
you
to
see
it.
interpretation.
Yeah, but you willingly said.
You said the back and your legs. Now
You guys got a
done
good
went over
memory.
weight. Now see, he's saying your butt was leaking. You see how shit gets started?
yeah, that's how you do it. I mean, but when you drink milkshakes,
That's how stories go.
when you drink milkshakes,
That's
all
how
day,
stories go.
when you drink super gigantic milkshakes all day, you get a little fuzzy.
But for all the parents out there, love your kids, but in parenting, meaning pairing yourself with somebody to become a parent, man,
Right,
you gotta really, really know these people, man.
And
Find
understand your
somebody
priority.
responsible.
Because, I mean, it's just as simple as this, okay? You could have been raised one way, they raised a different way, so now it's a conflict on how you're both going to agree to raise your child.
Right.
And now you got a confused fucking child.
Don't let YouTube and all that shit raise that kid, because it's so many things.
Nowadays,
out here.
kids is raising parents.
You're right. Because I've seen parents start adapting child language. They be like, "Stop!" It's fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? No, and it's like your ass is 55.
Baby,
years
this
old.
Kool-Aid you make is litty. What the fuck are you talking about?
I had the mac and cheese last night. It was lit. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Kids hear their parents argue. The kids got to come in there. Could you kids grow up?
Right. You know what I'm saying? I've seen old people be like, I can't. You can't what? I can't. Well, you better change your diaper before you can. You dig what I'm saying? Because you can't revert yourself. You have to go with the times. You got to
And
evolve.
move forward.
Yeah, evolve. Don't regress.
Do you guys really think that billionaire died?
I
think I think he was killed. That's what I think.
I think
You don't think he gave some right people the money and they put a
snuck out?
different dead body in there?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't there.
Like
I mean,
you said,
anything can
Packer,
happen.
that's a good thing. I think that he was murdered, or like you said, they could have pulled a switch through, or it could have been.
they could have did anything.
It could have been a clone that they sent up in there.
Bingo.
It's a lot of speculation
But nevertheless,
because in
whatever
his
it
case,
was.
having that money, man, there's anything possible. But one thing is for sure, this happened to make a hot trail go cold based upon the amount of information that he had eluding to these high-ranking people. Some of them ain't politicians. Some of them are in Hollywood. All these people, one conglomerate, that participate in these godforsaken acts against not only children, but when you commit these acts against children, you commit these acts against humanity because these children are the future. So when they grow up with a demented, fucked up mind, what is our future going to look like?
And the bottom line is this, and just to respond to what you were saying, Packett, whatever conspiracy theory or what really happened to this guy, the bottom line, the moral of the story is take care of your own fucking kids.
Yeah.
Watch your own kids, keep your own house.
And let them know about the evils in the world from a loving perspective. Don't let the big bad wolf teach your kids.
Right.
Teach your kids about the big bad wolf.
Handle your business.
I huff and the puff and blow your
You
house
know
down.
you only huff and puff when you go up more than 5 steps.
Yeah, don't say that, man. You sound like R. Kelly background singer.
Yeah, he did.
Saying shit like that.
You know what I'm saying?
He's facing 500 years.
Early one Sunday morning.
You try to tell me that R. Kelly is facing time for real?
500 years.
About time, ain't it? 500 years.
Yeah.
Why is it about time?
Because I'm saying about time.
Were you there when he committed this
When
crime?
I said, you asked me why was it about time, right?
Oh, okay.
I said it's about time we heard some news on R. Kelly. Your mind jumped ahead. I told you, you got to lighten up on the goddamn
Early
milkshake.
one Sunday morning.
What are you singing?
Me.
Hand me that shit.
Brandy.
Breakfast
Give me your
was
big cup.
on the table.
He miss eating, don't he?
That's about an old woman, though. That's
Sadie's.
about an old, yeah.
Oh, that's what the
about
song
an
you
old
were singing?
woman.
Yeah.
I thought
His
you were singing the
grandma.
McDonald Land milkshake
Ain't that a
song.
bitch? That's R. Kelly's version of it.
All right, so anyway,
When he said you
In all
remind me of a
seriousness-
Jeep, he
in
was
all
talking about a
seriousness-
Barbie Jeep.
in all seriousness, everybody.
The pink one?
All
Yeah,
seriousness.
pink Barbie Jeep.
What?
When R. Kelly made that song, you remind me of a Jeep, I wanna ride. He was
Something
talking
like
about a
that.
Barbie Jeep.
I hope you motherfuckers
pink Barbie
never,
Jeep.
ever decide to go into having an R&B singer group.
Well, look here, little Al Green.
I'm a Mac, man. I can't rap or sing. I'm a Mac. You know, I have verbal ability.
That'll be a
in
good name for the
conversation.
group. Mac and Big Mac.
No,
Oh, look at you.
that's not good.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. You know what I'm saying?
I can't wait till Dolomite comes out.
Hey, hold up.
Me neither.
Now, hold up. Now, let's just wrap this show up because, that's a topic for another day.
Dolomite?
Yeah, movies and shit.
Oh.
Yeah, unless you had another whack-ass joke you was going to try to slide up in there.
Let me see.
No.
No.
Anyway, so
Love the kids, protect the
yeah,
future.
we want to take care of the kids that we have, and please, I urge all you parents out there who somehow think that the cell phone is more important than your child, put that motherfucker down. I challenge you. This is called the parental put your damn phone down challenge. When your kids come home, see if you can challenge yourself to put that motherfucker down for 1 hour and pay attention to your kids for just 1 hour. You can go back to that motherfucker after an hour, but for 1 hour, devote 1 hour to just dealing with your children one-on-one. If you can do that, what do you get, some likes and shit? What they give people now? Likes and some emojis?
I think that
We'll
parents
send y'all a
got to
bag
grow
of-
the fuck up.
The Mad
Grow
Marv Comedy
up.
Lounge send you a bag of emojis and shit.
Yeah, grow up and raise your kids better, man. You know, you act like fucking kids.
Right.
That's what's wrong with the kids. You're not fucking mature.
Now, Fruit, do you use emojis when you texting people?
No, I don't do nothing.
What
of
about
that
you,
shit,
Packett?
man.
Yeah. They got this new thing. I use emojis, but the GIFs. I like using GIFs.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
And I know you do because you pronounce it. Some people be like, what's a GIF? A GIF. But it's called a GIF?
Yeah.
You love those?
Yeah.
Now explain to me what the
what
fuck
is
is
what
a
is
gift?
what is a GIF?
It's they take parts from movies or memorable parts where you can type in an emotion and then
They'll pop up.
What's your
actually
favorite?
pop up.
They'll act
What's
it
the
out.
one you like to see all the time?
Okay.
Or you get creative?
I get creative, just depending on what we're talking about.
Let's just say we talking about a fat motherfucker with a big ass cup that got milkshakes in it, and I wanted to send you a gift.
Respucia.
I would send a clip from Retch.
Yeah.
Let me show you how a bitch go down the slide.
No, I would get Fat Bastard from
That's a good one too.
what's it?
Austin Powers?
Yeah, there we
Or
go.
Big
and
Mama's
get it in
house.
your belly?
Martin Lauren, Big Mama's
Yeah.
house.
You really like them gifts, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. That's
Or just a family portrait of the
Get in
clump.
my belly.
Yeah, a family portrait of the clumps.
oh yeah, like Hercules.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that
you
right.
too excited.
The gifts make it better than the emoji.
So the gifts
because
are
it really
like-
gives the emotion of what you're trying to do.
Already. So the emojis was like,
See, that's some artificial shit.
look, the emojis was just like the first generation. Now the gift is the next generation, is what you're saying.
Yeah. Like if I was to send you one, I would send you one of a little bitty man trying to get up on the counter, or a little bitty kid trying to hit somebody or something. That would be the one I would send.
Or somebody playing handball on the curb.
Yeah, if I was to send you one, I would send like
trying to climb on top of the
I want you to
curb.
make sure if I got it right, because I just want to know if you explained to me. I would send a picture of like a big ass marshmallow man, right? But he had
Stay
been
puff marshmallow
Yeah,
man.
but he been roasted, so he get that nice brown on him and big old swole up.
What about a
marshmallow.
Michelin man singing a Luther Vandross song with a bucket of chicken?
Off key.
With a bucket of chicken.
A big milkshake. In the hand. Yeah, that's what do they have a movie like that? Ghostbusters would be.
Well, he
I
looked
got all
like
of
this motherfucker on here. Turn this around. Youngest, look. He looked like
Oh,
him.
that is your picture. How did
ain't
you
that a
how did you get your face on your drink cup?
Man,
That's amazing.
He got fruit sunglasses on.
That's because you stole them motherfuckers before you took that
But anyway,
picture.
all bullshit aside, we just wanted you guys, we always have fun on the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We hit you with some serious topics. We want you guys to take care of yourselves and take care of these goddamn kids. And we want you to also stay your ass off your cellular phone, you know what I'm saying, and take 1 hour out and just dedicate it to the kids. Because 1 hour with them kids.
Marv love the kids.
Yeah, Marv love the kids. I love the kids. You know what I'm saying? I love them.
You gonna do your drive again this season?
Toy drive?
Yeah.
Yes, I always do a toy drive. We want to give some kids some toys at Christmas. And you know what? I would like to take requests for the toys this time because times change. Because last time I gave this little boy, it was a BMX bike. It was beautiful.
He didn't want it.
He didn't want that shit. And he was. I said, wait a minute. You know, you ain't got shit. At least give you, thank you. I said, well, what do you want, little fella? And I was looking stupid. I had the little elf hat on and shit. I said, well, what would you like, little fella? And he said, I want a Kardashian. And I said, what you mean? A doll? You want a doll? He said, no, I want Kim. And so,
That must have been
I
your little kid.
I know
at
what to
heart.
say.
See,
So I
that's
told him,
fucked up parenting. You gotta be a parent.
Hold up. I had to keep it real with him. I said, well, look here, little fella. You know I can't fit all that ass in this little box.
Hey,
So this year,
that scars a kid if you don't get them what they want either.
Hey.
Because I always wanted a Snoopy snow cone machine.
hey, nigga, I want a Kardashian
and they never
too.
gave
Nigga,
me
buy
a Snoopy
something for
snow
that
cone
money.
machine.
the Snoopy
And I
snow
still
cone
I still want my Snoopy snow
I
cone
still want a
machine.
Snoopy snow cone machine my damn self.
Man, I wanted that machine.
Damn.
What
Somebody
about
give
a
me that
Snoop
machine.
Dogg?
I bet your ass
snow
wanted an
cone
easy bake
machine?
oven too, didn't you? You didn't give a fuck if it was for girls or
Fucking
boys. Huh?
easy bake oven.
Didn't you?
That's
Tell the
fucked
truth.
up.
You want a
That's
motherfucker.
fucked up,
Yeah, you
Marv.
did. Yeah, you did. He said,
No, he didn't want that. He
I bet
just
I could put a
wanted them
whole chicken in
cakes.
this bitch.
He just wanted them fucking cakes. You know them little motherfucking cup-sized chocolate
look,
cakes?
like, I could
He
pop
just
them in
wanted
school.
them
Yeah,
cakes.
Hell yeah. But he was looking at it, I bet I could put a whole chicken in this bitch while everybody's sleeping. Anyway, we
One piece at a time.
Yeah, one piece at a time. He's like, how much chicken can I fit in this goddamn easy?
That was a good one. I gotta give it to you.
Wait a
That was a
minute.
good one.
You never
right there.
figured out it
That
was just a
good
box
one.
with a goddamn hot ass light bulb in it.
That was a good one.
Then he was like, look, you go to Louisiana Fried Chicken. He was like, wait a minute, this ain't nothing but an easy bake oven.
The hot lamp
Yeah,
shit.
this is a hot lamp. This is an easy bake oven. I could have did this at the house. Anyway, thank y'all for tuning in to the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. We're going to see you next Tuesday from 7 to 8 or wherever you can find the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge in your part of the woods. Peace out.
Peace.
This is the Mad Marv Comedy Lounge. The Mad Marv Trap Comedy at its finest. Where if you can't slang yourself, you might as well hang yourself. This is also where you can turn yourself into dope and you become the real man. Whoa, yeah. Whoa, yeah.